Shalom, Kohaloyim, La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Ruwell, and who have taught us young brothers his knowledge. Honors and salutations to you, Akim out there that's doing the work of truth sincerity. Shalom to you. Shalom to the Akwaf that believe as well. Back at you with another lesson, and I entitled this video, Contentious Woman. I caught gist of this incident by way of YouTube, and very very telling about today's average woman in today's society. I'm gonna play the clip, fair use. Lord willing, this video is edifying, and especially to you, women of Israel, which are the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American women. This is something that you should look at and not want to be like. Okay, as far as this woman in this video, her name is she go by the name Brittany Renner. Okay, check this video out. Watch how contentious this woman is.
PJ just got an amazing contract. How does that make you feel as a woman knowing that's your baby father? What is your first view on that?
Honestly, I want my child's father to win.
Exactly.
It's just what it is. And regardless of what people say, I believe he deserves whatever he feels he's worthy of.
Now, let's fast forward. All right, I'm just playing a little bit more. I want to get copyright. I say fair use, by the way.
I had a second degree tear. You know what that looks like?
I'm going to say
hello?
No. I'm going to say no for all of us.
Is everybody fucking listening?
Say no.
Hello?
Yeah,
a second degree tear? You know what that looks like?
And you can see right there, she's going. I mean, you watch the video clip on its own, courtesy of the Danza Project. I don't need to play no more. I only get a copyright strike, even though my videos are not monetized. Let's get right to it. As you can see, she's very clamorous and contentious. Okay. Let's start off with Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 15. It says, a continual dropping in a very rainy day and a contentious woman are alike. Do I need to illustrate what a rainy roof? Because you look on the NIV side, right? The New Invitational Version, right? It says, a quarrelsome wife is like the dripping of a leaky roof in a rainstorm. I mean, do I need to illustrate that? No, I don't. Can you imagine having a roof that's leaking in a rainstorm? The water's going to be pouring into your home. That's a problem. All right. A problem that's going to irritate you and vex you because you don't want, excuse me, you obviously don't want your home to be leaky. All right. Especially in the rainstorm when the water pours in more. Okay. It'll piss you off and make you mad because your roof is leaking and it's in the middle of a rainstorm, so you can't do anything about that. All right. Because the leakage will get out of hand. And that's exactly how these women are. They'll get out of hand. It says, verse 16, restraining her is like restraining the wind or grasping oil with the hand. All right. You can't restrain the wind. The wind gonna blow however it will. All right. Trying to grasp oil with the hand. Good luck with that. You can't control oil with your hands. And I'm not talking about the drop of oil. Say you got oil in a bucket or oil in a whatever amount of oil that's in a large capacity. You can't control that with the hand. That's why you put oil in containers, to control it. Okay, to keep it under control, or you can use it or apply it how you want to apply it. And that's exactly In comparison to these women, these women are like that. Okay. They're like oil on your hands. Okay. You're trying to contain it, it's going all over the place. These women are, mentally unstable. Their mind all over the place because of these different men that they've been lying with. Okay. And you see she's running her mouth. She's starting to yell. I mean, this video, in that interview, she actually throws bottles at it's the ex heavyweight champ Shannon Briggs. He's in the video. She's throwing bottles at them, hitting him with the bottles, throw like 2 or 3 bottles. She's pouring water on the guys on the panel, the host, and even this guy Charleston White. I mean, it shows you that these women are out of control, man. You wonder why the women are the women that's in the West. You wonder why they're least sought after, because of their mannerism. Look how they behave, Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Yeah, clam in the ocean that continue to open its mouth and closing. Most of them just talk too much. What does the scripture say in the book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiastes, the 26th chapter? That a silent and a loving woman is a gift of the Lord. Don't no man want no loud talking, always yapping her mouth woman. That's very irksome to a man. You see? And she's pissed off because she done realized that her child's father, PJ Washington, he's done got a new NBA contract, and because she wasn't able to lock him down, I mean, as you can see, who would want to deal with her, man? Who would want to deal with her? Okay. Matter of fact, wasn't in the same chapter? Yeah, who would want to deal with a woman like that? I mean, I know I wouldn't. Okay. I don't want to deal with a woman that's, wild, like a wild animal. This is Proverbs 14:1. Every wise woman builded her house. Well, obviously she couldn't build her house or the house she was in, because she made a baby with PJ Washington, which, I mean, the guys, being young and dumb, not looking at her, behavior, laid down and had a kid with her, which a lot of us done that, we all had our young moments where we do dumb shit like, we lay down with these women that's already pretty much hoes, okay, and we lay down and have a child with them. A lot of young men have done that, okay, but this guy is an NBA player, and he can give her a life that she would never have had, without someone of that, financial status. And that's the reason she started spazzing, because she realized that she effed up. Every wise woman builded her house, but the foolish plucked it down with her hands. And that's what happened. See? She more likely caused, the relationship to break off because she was already getting down. Like Yahweh Shah told the woman at the well, she had had many husbands. Talking about the men she laid down with, because that's how marriage, that's real marriage according to the Bible. Sex, okay. And usually she was a virgin when you got with a woman and she became your wife. But if a woman gets with another man while the man she first laid with is still living, she's technically committing adultery. And that's how most of these women are. They go from the guy that first took their virginity to one rod after another. And that's the average woman in America. Okay. And they don't see nothing wrong with that. And these guys don't understand that that's a woman that you can't build anything with. You can't turn her into a housewife because she's been a harlot for so long. See? Back in Proverbs 9, not that one, Salakia. I'm going to go to the Apocrypha. Go to the Apocrypha. Okay, and because you can see she got eyelashes on and all that stuff, right? This is what it says about a woman that's like her. She's on the show. She had been drinking real good, and what they say, a drunk man don't tell no tales. Remember, strong drink is spirits. Okay, you can tell she got many spirits on her. All right, from these different men, personality that she took in. Her background is on the internet. You can see her whole background. Ecclesiastes 26:8, a drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. What you see going on in the video, okay? She was acting a complete fool. See? They even titled it, she loses her composure when asked about P.J. Washington, her child's father. And her response was to spaz out on those men and start getting physical. Throwing things, really assaulting, that's really a crime. Assaulting those men. But that's the average woman in America. She can do this. And the man is expected to hold back and keep his cool. He's a man. But she literally assaulted these men. And it's on camera. Okay? It says a drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. And you can see she doesn't. When you watch the video on your own time, you can see it. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. Yes. Haughty looks and eyelids. You could tell she got eyelashes on. All right. She has a look of a harlot. Okay. And that's what she is. A harlot. Okay. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And women in this society have been given much liberty to gather abroad. They go out, get drunk. And then the same women will talk about women being ravished when women in this society are very careless. They carry on and act like they can be men in this dangerous world. See, men understand this world is dangerous. Women don't understand, the dangers of this world until shit happens. It says, let me jump down to verse 12. Well, sorry, verse 11. Watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. Yeah, because trespass, all right, what's that? Going outside her own man or husband. All right. Excuse me. That's what most of these women do. They'll go outside their own man and get with these other men while they got a man at home whom they should be clinging to and being exclusive to and loyal to. They're looking to get with all these different men they're meeting when they're out and about at these different clubs. Party life is prevalent. That's the life for a woman in America. All right, Babylon. That's why it's rightfully named Babylon the Great, also known as the daughter of Babylon, because first of all, the word Babylon means confusion. Women didn't behave like this in the ancient world. Over in countries that's like, the ancient world, women don't behave this way. It says, verse 12, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. And a lot of these women out here they're just like that. Thirsty for men, to lie down with these different men and open her quiver, which is a pouch, which is a metaphor for a vagina, against every arrow, which the arrow is a metaphor for the penis of a man. Because a lot of these women, they open their quiver or vagina to every arrow, aka the penis or rod. This is what American culture promotes. And if you're against that, you insecure, all this different nonsense that they'll shame a man for not wanting his woman to do that. That's why the passport bros is going across the waters to different countries, different continents, and getting with women that are much more worthy of their time. You see? And they're not getting with these women over here in Babylon anymore. Okay? Jumping down to verse 22, in harlot. Now, you don't know what a harlot is, because I know you keep hearing me say harlot. A harlot is a whore. Okay, let me look it up for you. A harlot. The harlotry. Oh, here we go. As you can see, I'm gonna highlight it. Okay. It says prostitute, unchaste woman. See? It says infamously for a strumpet whore. All right, in 16th century English translations of the Bible. See? So this is exactly what this woman right here, this is exactly what she is. You look at her background, you can look it up on your own time. You see her name, you can type it in, you know what I'm saying, and look at her past up. Her whole history's on the internet. Sleep with all these different men that got money. Ran into PJ Washington, and he gave her time of the day, which he shouldn't have. Had a baby with her. That was her way of stop, being a harlot, but she messed it up. So now she wanted to act like giving birth to his child was everything. When she realizes that, she missed out on her opportunity to live the life that she really wants deep down. See? All right. Back in Ecclesiastes 26-22, and harlot shall be accounted as spittle. And who cares about spit? No one, right? But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. See? A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, right? And the PJ Washington, he has his benefits he get in this world, for his talent, for his basketball talent. Okay. He's not thinking about the Most High. All right, Most High's not on his mind, He's worried about, that consolation they get for being entertainers in this world, It says, but a godly woman is given to him that feared the Lord. See? Jumping down to verse 25, a shameless woman should be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Okay? And obviously she's not, shamefaced. Okay? She's shameless. Let's look up the difference, okay? Shameless and shamefaced, right? Let's type that in. Shameless Shameless. Let's move out the way. Shameless. It says, oh, here you go, right here. Right there. Lacking a sense of decency. I mean, I don't need to break that down. Lacking a sense of decency. We'll say on the Bing search. See what we get here. The phrase "no sense of decency" is used to describe people who are completely devoid of empathy and decency. It is also used to describe situations where a sense of decency is completely absent. For example, it can be used to describe people who mistreat animals. The phrase is often used to express disappointment or outrage at the behavior of others. See? And that's exactly, okay, that's exactly, let's get rid of that. That's exactly what women like her that's what they do. Okay. Now let's go to shamefaced. All right, shamefaced. Show you the difference, right? Oh, look at that. Modest, bashful. All right. Modest, humble, virtuous. Okay. Ashamed of one's behavior. So a woman that's shamefaced, she care about how she looks and behaves, and especially in public. It says restrained by shame. All right, firm in modesty. You see what modesty is? Firm in modesty. Look at that. Can we get a search of that? Modesty. The quality or state of being unassuming or moderate in the estimation of one's abilities. Let's see here. I should have Bing searched that. As a matter of fact, let's do that. Google. I don't know too much. I mean, I Google things, but sometimes it's just best to just Bing search some things, as you can see. Modesty. Modesty, sometimes known as demureness, is a mode of dress and deportment which tends to avoid the encouraging of sexual attraction in others. The word modesty comes from the Latin word modestus, which means keeping within measure. So, somebody is, or not somebody, but a woman, all right, that's dressed in modest apparel. Let's get that. Because a woman's supposed to dress in modest apparel. Okay. And women don't do that in this society. Okay. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9, it says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness, being humble, showing humility, right? I just looked the word up, in sobriety, not with broidered hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array. All right. It says, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. All right. And that's how a woman should be. All right. She should be dressed in modest apparel. Okay. Now, when you look up modest apparel, excuse me, modest apparel, right? See, this is a modest apparel. A woman being clothed, fully clothed. Okay. Not wearing harlot attire. Not this halter top right there. Not that. A modest apparel would be like a dress, though. All right. Like the one you see, these few right here. This is modest apparel. You don't have to see all the shapes and curves of her body, man. And women in this society, they don't know how to dress outside of showing off their bodies because that's what they've been taught to do. Okay. And, as far as, these women, okay, these women are, these women are completely out of order, man. That's why in the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be complete order. All right, women going to be in order. I mean, completely. Proverbs 21:19, it is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. Okay? You ain't going to see an angry and contentious woman in the kingdom. Okay? You're not going to see that. Right now you see it because we're in Babylon, but hey, in the kingdom, look, contentious, quarrelsome, apt to contend, ready to contend. I mean, what? Fight? A vigorous struggling, a contest, a fight. See? You see it. See, a vigorous contest, a fight. See? That's what that is. You want to deal with a woman like that? Come on, man. Women should not challenge a man, especially knowing that you're the weaker vessel. As the scriptures say, a woman is a weaker vessel. And women know that. But yet, in this society, they'll challenge a man physically. And then, they'll call the police when a man show that he's mightier than her. And that was a domestic violence situation when she's already the one that initiated the most of the time the physical or physicality between the two. Men, if you call the police on your woman, you looked at as a coward or weak. These women are out of order, man. That's why the kingdom is going to be, complete, completely established with women that are going to be in order and they're going to be feminine, all that. But right now you have to deal with this kind of woman. If you want a woman out of, Babylon, aka America, so you should consider: is this the woman you want? You can see on her face, man. She knows she messed up. She effed up. Look at this. Watch her face. Look at her face. Drunk, shameless. Look at that, man. This is today's woman, man. And you wonder why, a lot of Southern Kingdom, Jake, they get with northern tribes, the ones that they're able to deal with that's more feminine or modest, so-called Latin women, right? And even some of them are getting, a number of them are getting out of hand. So the ones you're able to deal with, or they're just going across seas and getting other women that may be Jakes or, or other women that's, in other countries that display feminine traits, man. And I don't blame them. Because it's better to do that than to deal with this, So, with that, hey, look forward to, having your woman back in the kingdom. Because right now, they're really not our women. Okay. So brothers, consider that and, think about that because, really, these women do what Esau allowed them to do because Esau promotes this kind of behavior and give them their liberty. Okay. So consider, okay. With that, I want to say shalom to the next video.